So, should we start?
Did you deal with that dog of yours? I wouldn't want him gobbling up our supper while we're training.
Oh, okay. Well, you said...
Right. Hang on a while.
What's this? Food. Nice. Do you have any food? One. Yes, he's the cook. I don't think Matt will eat apples. Fine wine. Hide. What's this yellow thing? Close. Bunch of bread here. Maybe Matt will eat bread. Left, alt,
Look what I
eat.
have for you.
Nope, no bread. You, my friend, do you have any food for my dog? Oh, exactly the line I said.
Listen, would you have some scraps for Mutt? That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
um, you wouldn't want Mutt to bite you. Yeah, I guess he's a soldier. He's not going to be scared of that. We'll get food at Trotsky. Or what would you swap that sausage for?
Wouldn't you swap it for something? I might. Tankard has my ring. I lost it to him at dice, and if I go home without it, my old woman will send me right back. If you can get it back, I'll be glad to give you that sausage. Well,
Nice.
I'll see what I can do.
That's why we found loaded dice. You.
I see you've got dice set up.
Sure. How's about spicing it up with a little
I heard you won a ring off Oates. What about that?
fortune favours the brave, lad. But if you lose, you'll pay for everything I...
Nice. It's a deal. Um. Okay, the dice seems the same as before. 1,000, 200, 300, 600, 400. Okay. The Devil's Head acts as the Joker, adding one value to any combination of dice. I think that's how it was before.
Come on then, show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time.
Ooh. You know what? 400. Let's do it.
Here.
Bust.
Aye, that'll do. Oh, come on.
Close.
That's still all right.
Oh my god.
Worse if you already had 3 ones. My God! Oh, come on!
I guess it's scripted to lose. It has to be, right?
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know?
Loaded dice. Oh my god, it's not that loaded.
Here. Aye, that'll do. My God, I'm done.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're done.
Mother of... Damn your eyes. You played well. What's to be done? A bet is a bet. Here's your ring.
Thank you very much. How do you think tomorrow will work out?
Things will end up tomorrow.
How? No ways, I reckon. Whenever someone parlays with someone about something, it takes ages.
Why do you think that?
See me and Conrad now? We can't even agree who's going to be on watch this evening. But then, I'm just a spear carrier. I ain't got the head for no noble manners. Ask Oates. He'll know more about it for sure.
Have you ever been in these parts before?
No, but I know there's a village called Troskovitz at the foot of the castle, and there's a tavern there. Me and Conrad will go there and fatten our purses nicely on the locals. I got the dice ready for it. If Sir Hans gives us a bit of free time, like, I must remind him.
Where did you get the table from?
From that cave behind me. It was just lying there. So I says to myself, that's better than playing on the ground.
Maybe in the end, Lord Capon and von Berghoff will arrive at some agreement.
Aye, maybe. We'll see.
Oats, give me that sausage.
know why we're going to Trotsky?
For some big political parley.
Yeah, of course. I'm just wondering if you know what's in that message we're carrying.
Not really, but I reckon our lords want to sound out von Burgo. Bear in mind the times we're living in. King Wenceslas under lock and key in Vienna, and his brother Sigismund, meanwhile, shamelessly plundering Bohemia. We need to know who's going to stand on our side if things get even worse. And the royal chamberlain, von Burgo, has the land reserves under his thumb. So he's a big player.
To tell the truth, I'm starting to get a bit anxious about what to expect tomorrow. Do you think our big mission will be successful?
Nothing to worry about. We'll get to Trotsky, Sir Hans and von Burgo will parley, and then we'll ride back. Done.
You're a bit sure of yourself, eh?
Well, this ain't my first time delivering a message. Everything will go according to plan. Don't you worry.
Do you know these parts?
You know these parts?
A little. It's all rocks and woods. Lovely to look at, but shit for hunting in. If you don't watch your step, you could easily fall down some fissure.
So you've been in Trotsky before?
Not Trotsky itself. Once I just passed through here with Sir Hanusha's escort.
Ah, I expect that's why he sent you with us.
No doubt, but also because I'm not as rash as you youngsters. And besides, as the cook, I make sure you lot don't gobble up all the supplies at once.
What supplies? You have one sausage. Supplies. Maybe we can make
We
peace.
might even discuss how to make peace with Sigismund.
Peace? I don't know. Sigismund is winning and he won't want to parley for peace. But I hope there's some chance of a truce at least, an armistice. The main thing is that it don't get no worse. Hacking up Cumans is one thing, but if it comes to Czechs fighting against Czechs, that'd be nasty.
Hey, I got your ring.
Tankard can't tell a 5 from a 6. I won that ring off him.
You beat the bastard. Ah! You're a dab hand, Henry. Thanks. Will you give it to me? If I go home without it, the old woman will break her broom over my back.
What will you give me for it?
Well, all I've got here is some grub. Want a sausage? It's venison.
All right. And enough games. You won't easily find another mug who'll exchange a ring for a sausage.
Yeah. True enough.
Okay. Let's feed Mutt.
Here you go. Take it. How do you like it here?
I'll tell you, it's nothing like home.
And have you ever been further than Rattay?
No, I never was, but I always wanted to. That's why Oates put in a word for me so I could ride along. Besides, for an adventurous expedition like this, you've got to have the right gear and good horses. And I'm in charge of them.
I'm a bit anxious about tomorrow. How about you? Are you worried?
A wee bit. But we've got good intentions. Sir Hans is responsible. And sensible too, when it comes to important things. And no doubt Lord von Berghoff is a wise man and he'll hear him out with a cool head. Clever folks can always somehow come to an agreement, can't they?
That's right.
That's right. And also, we're coming with an offer of alliance. I can't imagine what could happen for them not to receive us.
Not much chance of that.
And you take good care of our horses. I can't say they're exactly whinnying with joy.
Don't make fun of me, eh? Whenever they need anything, I take care of it for you. The only thing that bothers me is them cliffs and rocky paths. I hope none of the horses breaks a leg.
Okay. It's time for a fight. Oh, let me talk to you, Conrad.
Better not keep Sir Hans waiting.
Uh-huh.
It'll be dark soon.
Fine. Let's do it.
Can we start with the sword play?
You've got your armor. Good. I won't hold back. Ready? Let's start. Draw your sword.
Hang on. This time, let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress me.
Direction. Okay, this is the same, but now it's only one that's down. And it's a stab. Okay.
Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
You chain attacks by pressing the attack button again while your first attack is still in progress. Chaining attacks is faster and more efficient.
Very nice exchange.
Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard. Good. Nice.
Ouch.
That's the way. Good. Defend yourself properly.
Okay, you need to hold it?
Nice.
It's not like in the
That's enough.
first game.
No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
Pretty good. You're doing great, Henry. Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. Sweet. Good, Henry. Well, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Well, yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered. Where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right, come on then. Nice work, Henry. Ha! Got ya. Nice. No. That way I can block you easily. Good riposte. All right. I get it. Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Okay.
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
All right. 100 groschen it is.
Defend yourself. First hit. Now we're even. Now we're even.
Whoa.
And another.
Right on the head. Go,
spot.
Stamina, stamina.
Now that's what I call swordplay.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
Wait, wait, wait. We don't have enough stamina for like
Put up a fight.
chain
at least.
attacks.
Technique.
Oh, you haven't got a hope.
Now that's what I call swordplay.
I have full stamina now.
Put up a fight at least.
That must have hurt. Don't you think you should yield?
See that, fellas? Don't hold back.
It doesn't even show me the green marker when he's doing combos.
Nearly done in.
Ha ha ha! Deja vu, yeah, baby.
Yield. Enough.
Come on,
Say,
Henry.
you're unstoppable. Oh, you won the bet, fair and square. I'll settle with you when we get to Trotsky. Now let's go and eat. That swordplay gave me quite an appetite.
I have to say that sword fighting is quite improved. Like, you still have to choose sides and perfectly to block and stuff like that.
Oh,
It
it seems
feels
as if my day.
much
I knew I should have
smoother.
met with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
I won in Ratai too.
I won back then too, as I recall. You had to give me your bow.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies? Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
Ah, okay. So strength, agility, vitality, or speech. I would say I want to start with more strength, I think. And then move on to more speech later on. Maybe. a tiny bit of speech. The question is, like, how much strength do I already have? I don't know. Ah, never mind. Let's go with
And I had to
strength.
drag
Strength
you
is
out of
always
that
good.
tavern before everyone pounced on us.
And he had his work cut out. You wasn't having it much.
Now, if you was able to
Oh,
court the
fuck,
lasses like
70.
me, maybe she wouldn't have started screeching.
I can't say I'm surprised. Just imagine it, fellas. You're a fair maiden. Your lovely locks falling on your shoulders. No thought of wickedness. And then Tankard's fat head appears before you with his crooked mouth. And he says, "Where's the shit, oh my pretty?"
Classy.
I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry? You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye, she's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
Um, well, we are gentlemen. We are not going to boast. But, like, yeah, she's my sweetheart.
She's my sweetheart. And that's all I'll tell you.
Ah, don't be such a monk. Out with it.
Nope.
Ah, forget it, you horny goat. This discussion is over.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our Lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
Oh, Houndmaster. Was looking for some shelter. Okay, this time I definitely going with the scholarship, I think. Yeah, because in the first part I was reading like crazy, so
Needed a bit of peace and quiet. I had a stroll around, checking out what plants grow here, praying for the success of our mission. Then I came back.
At last someone with some sense who's not in a hurry all the time.
If I always had to think everything over, but...
I wouldn't have rolled in the hay with so many girls if I spent my time just thinking about it.
Thanks for the prayer, anyway.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
I don't know.
I've already told you all I know. Von Berghoff is a very important nobleman, the Royal Chamberlain. He administers the country for the king, collects taxes. It's like this. There's the king, then him, then a very big gap, and then me. And we are envoys sent to offer him an alliance.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
Okay. We are going to continue with our sword.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Ishvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
Ah, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Ishvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won. So Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning.
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.